Today we're going to look at the Photos app on the iPad, and we're going to look at some of the basic functions of the iPad Photos app. So here's the iPad Photos app. It looks like a rainbow flower, so we're going to launch that. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see all the different photos that I have on my device. Now they're divided by date. Okay, so you can see that as you go back through here. The other thing I want to point out is the toolbar down along the bottom. So it defaults to photos. Something else that you really want to focus on is the albums section. If I tap on albums, it's going to show all the different albums that I have. Albums are nice to use if you need to organize photos. So I'm going to show you how to create an album really quickly. So in the upper left-hand corner, there's a little plus symbol. And if you tap on the plus symbol, you can create a new album. And so that new album is going to open up, and you're going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Animal Research, just for the sake of doing it. I'm going to click on Save. And now what it's asking me to do, it's going into my photos, and it's asking me to select any photo that I want to have placed in that album. So if I just tap on the photos, you'll see they get a little blue check mark on it. And those items, any items I check, are going to now be going into my animal research folder. Okay, so once I get them all selected, I'm just going to tap on Done in the upper right hand corner, tap on that, and now I have a new photo album called Animal Research, and that's where those 13 pictures can be found. Now they're also still in my photos, but if I wanted to get to them more quickly, I would come down and I would tap on the photos, and I could just go right in, and now I'm only going to see the photos that I've designated to be in that album. So that's kind of a nice, cool feature. So I'm going to go back to photos here so you can see all my photos, and I just want to talk about some things we might do with the photos. So for example, this video right here, let's say I decide I don't need that anymore. So I can come up here and I can hit select. And what this does is it lets me select the images or videos I've got, so I can select that one. And let's say I no longer maybe want this one right here. And up here in the upper left-hand corner, I can click on the trash can and it will trash it. Okay, I can trash those. If I click on the Add To, this is where if I click on Add To, it's going to open up my albums, and I can tell it if I want to put it in a particular album. I'm going to tap on Cancel on that one. Okay, and so those are the two things I can do here with those. Another thing I can do is I can tap on what's called, I call the share square. And if I tap on the share square, what it does is it pulls up and it has all my photos. You see them across the top of the screen here. And here are the two that I have selected. They have the little the blue check circle in them. And then down here I have all the different places I can share them to. This first section is something that's not used very often, but it's the airdrop section. And basically it allows you to send photos or videos to other iOS devices, other Apple devices. And so you see my phone has popped up there. And so if I wanted to send these photos to my particular phone, I can tap on my icon right there. And if you were doing this in your classroom, you would have all your student iPads appearing. And it would send these photos to their devices electronically and dump them right into their photos. So it's a really quick way to share things with your students. Another thing you can do is you see this section down here, and this is all the different places that I can share my photos to, and you see them listed right there. You also see the More section. If you tap on More, it will list all the other apps that allow you to share files or folders, or excuse me, pictures with them. If they're not turned on, then you won't see them in this list right here, and that's why it's on the board. But you can send any of these photos directly to Seesaw, for example, or if you want to send a picture directly to Classroom or directly up to your Google Drive, you could do that in this location. On this third row, it's not a place that I use very often, but you can send these photos to certain places. For example, you could add them to an album right here that's on there. You could also make duplicates of them if you needed to for some reason, or you could tap on More, and you have a few other options available as well, copying them. You could create a slideshow with them. You can hide them. I'm going to tap on Done. And so that's how you can use that share square to access or send your photos someplace. I started out saying how to delete them. I'm going to go ahead and tap on the delete button. It tells me, there, I've deleted them. Now, but with the iPad or the iOS Photos app, they're not really deleted. So I'm going to tap back on Albums here. And if I push my screen, actually I'm going to go back one level, sorry. And now if I push my screen up, down at the bottom here, you will see some different sections, media types, and then other albums. And so right here I got recently deleted, and I have 16 items in here. So if you delete something from your Photos app, it's not really deleted. It's actually sent to recently deleted items. And in this section is where all these will be. And so if you find a particular picture that, oh, I really didn't mean to delete that, and I need that back, you can simply tap on Select and tap on the images that you want to push back to or make available back to the iPad itself. So I've got that blue check circle there. I can then tap on Recover up here in the upper left-hand corner and recover it, and it's going to put that, it's going to move it out of my trash can or my recently deleted area and back into my photos. Now, if I tap on Select again, then I could get rid of all these photos if I wanted to, just simply by selecting Delete All. And it's going to ask me, am I sure? And then now it will delete all of them. And so now those items are no longer available in my Photos app. So that's some basics with the Photo app. Stay tuned for a future Tech Tip Tuesday video on the iPad. I'm going to talk about using the editing features within the Photos app.